Hi guys, and welcome to another video. I'm Kate and today I'm going to be trying out Arrtx Simptap Acrylic Markers. I'm super excited and curious to see how these differ from other acrylic markers, and I hope my sketchbook will gain a new wall-worthy drawing. Arrtx kindly sent me both the markers and a sketchbook. The marker design is super cute. The set contains 48 colors and it's hard to say right away if it has all the colors that I need, and I'll figure that out while drawing. Personally, I would prefer fully colored caps instead of black, but other than that, the packaging is amazing. The best part is that I can place it like this, making it easy to reach any marker. There is also a short and clear instruction on how to use them, which is perfect. Now about the sketchbook. It is love at first sight. I adore this shade of green and the cover is so nice to touch. I love slightly textured paper and it seems thick enough for mixed media work. I usually draw in smaller sketchbooks like this one because I guess I'm a bit scared of large-scale pages. Even for today's session, I came up with an idea of a drawing that only takes like half a page, but maybe I'll scale it up eventually. We'll see. The next thing I'm going to do after arranging the markers in the correct order, for me it's mostly from light to dark, so the next step is swatching. Swatching is like a ritual. It's so calming and relaxing. Do you enjoy making swatch charts or do you skip this step? I actually doubt there is someone who doesn't swatch new art supplies. Let me know in the comments. Here is how I activate markers. I shake, then press at the top, and then wait. Sometimes it's super fast, but for some of them, it took a few seconds for paint to reach the tip. So, for today's sketchbook session, I've decided to draw an elegant lady in vintage outfit. Lately, I've been really into this 50s and 60s vintage fashion. And I guess I'm inspired by J.C. Leyendecker and Charles Dana Gibson. So, today I plan to depict something chic, classy, and colorful because I want to use a good part of these 48 colors. I find it beautiful when an object, character, or portrait is placed within a frame or a window or a mirror, like in this case. I believe this is simply called framed composition, and it creates this unique atmosphere, emphasizing the subject and making it stand out. I use this effect quite often and never get tired of it, so highly recommend trying it out. The most challenging part of this sketch is the dress sleeves. Fabric and its folds can be so tricky to draw, but it won't stop me. So let's see what I can do. I'm super proud of this sketch and it really has potential, so I'm ready to color it. My recent experiments led me to discover how helpful it is to keep small pieces of paper on hand. I usually cut unused areas of paper from my watercolor studies, and watercolor paper is pricey, so I try to make the most of every inch. These markers flow super smoothly, like butter. Honestly, when I first saw them, I wondered how often would I need to press the top for the paint to flow. I thought it might be something I'd have to do constantly, but luckily it's not. They are super comfortable to draw with, and I believe this mechanism helps keep markers fresh for longer. Another thing I discovered is that I can actually layer color and create smooth transitions, something I did not do in my previous marker drawings, and I simply wait until the layer dries and then go over it with a lighter hue. This technique is super important because it allows me to turn 48 colors into 100 or more or less. I don't know that yet. It's super helpful. I am probably going to use a lot of the lightest colors like beige and white for these mixes. At this point, I can already tell which colors I would add to the palette. I know it's a personal thing and not everyone works with the same palette, but for me, I think it would be nice to have a light gray, something almost white, or a light blue, or both. In general, a few more light hues would make this a perfect color palette. You know, it's quite common for artists to mix different mediums together, and I believe acrylic markers and colored pencils are an ideal match. I'm going on a trip soon, and that's exactly what I'm taking with me: acrylic markers and colored pencils. I actually have a few alcohol markers, but they bleed through the pages of my go-to moleskin sketchbook, and acrylic markers don't. So that's another huge advantage. I have another acrylic marker set from Arrtx called 68 set, and so far I haven't noticed any difference in performance between the two. However, I bet the Simptap set will last longer. Both sets have bright opaque paints, and I have absolutely no complaints about the quality. I also wanted to mention that 2024 is a year of new art supply exploration for me, so if you have any recommendations, I would love to hear them in the comment section. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video if you honestly like it. The question is, what is your favorite art medium? I love gouache, and I believe it shares some similarities with acrylic markers, like opaqueness and a matte finish, right? Oh, that's an idea for another video, to paint one sketch in different mediums. How does that sound? Would you be interested to watch something like this? Alright, here are some finishing touches and the drawing is completed. In this video, I shared my thoughts on markers, and speaking short, I love them. And I love the drawing. First page of the sketchbook turned out pretty. Thank you very much for watching my video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.